morning, everybody. Top of the hour. Yes. Oh, I know I need to change something here. Haha. Morning. Just wait for everybody to come in. Sound is good. If you could put in the chat that you can hear me okay, that would be great. Just giving everybody a chance to come in here live from different parts of the world. Berenice, hi there. Myra, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Myra's down in Brazil. And if you could just type in the chat, there's like if you scroll around, you'll see a chat button. And I'll just try up here. And let me know you can hear me okay. If anybody wants to come on and say something, they can say it that way as well. You can say, yes, I can hear you, Will, because I've got music running as well. And I've got Corlina coming in here, bringing in some Dandy Blend.
Welcome, Daddy.
You want to come over here and say hi?
Hello. Yeah. Goodbye. Say hi to Grandma for me.
So we're waiting for my mom to arrive. Hi, I can't listen to you. Okay. So what you're saying is you can't hear me? Do you hear anything? Do you hear music? I want to make sure your volume is up. Can anyone hear me? Should be working fine. I'm testing it on my own Facebook page here. Let's look here real quick. Looks like we're live.
Oh yeah, that's way better.
Mark, how's it going? Good morning. In Aldete. We've got some folks from Brazil, I believe. Looks like we're live. So we're going to be live here for a little bit, and then when we start the meditation, we'll go down to just the friends attached group. So I do have sound. Yeah, if you can't listen, okay, you can always put a pair of headphones on. Highly recommend it. So we're just going to take about 5 minutes to get everybody in here, whoever's going to come. Berenice, did I say your name correctly this time again? Did I get it? I think I did. Berenice, you can chat there, make a little comment. So if you look down at the bottom, you'll see a button that says chat. Click on that. It'll bring up a little menu where you can chat. We have Bishmi coming in.
Hi everybody.
Let's get a little music going here.
Karen here.
All right. Good morning, Bishmi. You can keep your video off or on, it's your choice. Playing some original music in the background so that Facebook won't ban us. We're here in Austin. It's 8:03 a.m. and we're just letting everybody come in. Eric Doris is here. Mark Schaefer is here. Berenice, Bishmi, and the person we're really waiting for is Mom to arrive. When our Mom arrives, then we can, and maybe Claire. Let's see. Sammy. So we appreciate y'all's patience. This is a practice group that I started about a year ago when we could actually meet in person. We would meet in our house or in natural spots around Austin. So let me know if the volume of my voice is high enough above the music. Bishmi, hi. And why don't you say in the chat what the time is and where you are in the world. Berenice, I know that you're in South Africa, but what city in South Africa?
Now time is evening 7:30, and I'm from
PM?
Sri Lanka.
You're in Sri Lanka. Oh, nice. And Sri Lanka is island nation. Is that right?
Yeah.
Nice. How did you discover our world, Bishmi?
You mean this session in
Oh, just-
Facebook?
Or just right now?
Yeah.
All right. Are you? What do you do for a living, or what do you do for what you love to do?
I'm still a university student. And I'm part-time. I work in a hotel as a marketing assistant.
Oh wow,
Oh.
that's right. We talked about my marketing a little bit, didn't we, online?
My mom's feeling comfortable.
I think we might have talked about that. Which hotel?
It's middle of Sri Lanka. There are two hotels. One of is Ayurveda Hotel. When you search in internet, Ayurveda Paradise Maho.
Love the sound of that.
Okay, but I love your music, and day before yesterday I also bought a guitar. I love music.
Nice.
I start to learn that, and I have a violin also. I bought that when I was little, but when I study literature, I lose to practice and musical things. But I love music still. So
I can tell.
thank you for inviting me. I think both of from you invited me to join.
Well, we're glad you're here, and this is a first, sharing a morning meditation practice.
There are lots of great resources for learning guitar on
yeah.
YouTube, right? Lots of videos you can look up, and
Yeah, I'm also start to from YouTube learning that. I really I cannot still play correctly, but I try. But I love to sing songs with music, because when I upload some videos to YouTube with music, copyright problems come because of the music. It's not belongs to me. That's
Right.
why.
Yeah, so like right now I'm playing our music to make sure that doesn't happen in the background. And so are you going to join us for the meditation part?
Yeah, okay.
All right. Do you meditate?
Yeah, I meditate. I'm Buddhist also.
Great. Well, my mom just joined us. And so that's the person we were waiting for.
hi, Mom.
Hi, good morning.
So just to give you a little idea, for those of you that joined us, Myra is from Brazil. Myra is from Brazil. And if you want to just chat in the text, I can see anything you're saying. If you have any questions, yeah, you can put your hand up. Berenice put her hand up. So there's a little button. If you want to raise your hand if you want to ask me something, or you can just chat, and I'll put you on. But I'm gonna go ahead and mute everybody, just to make it easier to do this live broadcast. But if you want to say anything, I can put you on anytime. Just chat or raise your hand. Baroness, if you want to say something, please type it in the chat. That'd be great. Whoops. Mom, you still here? Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, so we're live right now on Facebook, but as soon as when I start the meditation, we're just going to go back to being private on this Zoom. So I'm trying to invite more people to come in, and going to give you just a little intro as to why I'm doing this and what this is about, so you can know what to expect. This is a practice group that I started about a year ago, and here I'm going to admit Audrey. And it's just wanting to share. I was doing this work with a teacher named Joe Dispenza, and it was impacting my life so much that I just wanted to share it with so many others. Not only that, but I wanted to have a way of accountability. So if we bring more people in, and this was when we were doing it in person. So I invited friends over to our house, and then we would also go in natural spots and parks, and we would just do the work together. And I found it was a lot more meaningful to share with others and share with like-minded people to do this work. And that's why you see people meditating together. There's something about the combined energy field of people getting together and just sharing our experiences. I mean, that's what life is all about anyway, is being there for others and sharing your growth and helping others. So it just felt so good to do it. So a year ago we were meeting in our living room and doing the work of Joe Dispenza, meditating and sharing what we were experiencing. And anybody could just come and go as they please. So you're welcome to come and go. We can't really see what's going on, but I would invite you to be all in and really go all in for the experience of what we're going to do today. So I'm just going to talk here probably 15 minutes max. People can ask questions, and the actual meditation will probably be about 30 minutes, but it'll be split up into different sections. We'll have breathing, we'll have a little yoga, just a teeny bit, then we'll have breathing, and then we'll have meditation. So you can do, if you want to just do the breathing and leave, that's fine, but I invite you to do the whole thing. So that's how we started. I wanted to share that. Then when the pandemic hit, we had to move to Zoom, and so what you're seeing is a little bit of what I do every morning with my mom and a couple friends that want to tune in. And so this technology gives us a chance to just share it with anybody. So might as well. We're here every morning, and so it's a very informal practice group. I wouldn't call myself a teacher, but I would say I'm a facilitator. I'm here to facilitate connection and conversation. So that's what we're here to do. If you want to do this, we'll be, this is the first one we call Meditation Monday. Every Monday at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. You're welcome to bring friends. This is special for Friends Attached members. So when we start the meditation, we're only going to be live and Friends Attached. And I'm glad you're here. How you doing, Audrey? You want to just type in the... Can't hear you. It's probably on your end. Can maybe need to turn up your device because I have tested it. Mom, you can still hear me, right? Raise your hand. Yep, Mom hears me. So that means I am coming through the system. So if you can't hear me, make sure you're turning up or your device is unmuted. So just real quick, the reason why I started meditating, and Mom, maybe I'll ask you to share something, was just a little bit of my own story. Generally, this culture that we live in here in America moves very fast and is very focused on external things, external ways of bringing meaning to yourself in your life. And it's, faster, better, more. And there's this constant carrot being put in front of you by our culture that more is better, and the feeling of separation. I can't see you, but don't think you can see me. Yes, if you want to turn your video on, if you're on Zoom, over in the left-hand corner, there's a little thing. Scroll your mouse over, and you can stop the video or start the video. Yeah, and if you can't hear me on Zoom, that's probably your settings. Next week you can mess with the settings, but you got to make sure your audio is hooked up. If you want to go to the Friends Attached group, you can watch it there as well. So this is the first time, so we're going to have a lot of troubleshooting here. But anyway, our culture focuses a lot on external, outside the self, gratification, quick gratification, instant gratification, shall we say. And there's never a feeling that you're that you really get the carrot, that you get anywhere. It's always, you have to have more, always have to have more. So even as a musician and trying to build a career, I felt this really strong, and it just led me down this path of anxiety and led me down this path of unfulfillment in a lot of ways. Now, I'm not saying I wasn't fulfilled in other ways. I did love playing my music. I love connecting with others. So, you know, I was getting a lot of what I seeked, which was connection through my music and being able to challenge myself with my art. But it just led down this path of anxiety. So I did find at some point I reached an end, a critical turning point when I had to look and to find out what else could bring me peace. So I was introduced to this Headspace app, which was a great app for learning how to meditate because it starts in 5-minute increments. Then that led me to Wim Hof breathing and Joe Dispenza and Tara Brach. So those are the people that I share in our practice group. And it's a lot about just coming together in this group and doing these practices together and going inside, going inward, and training our mind. I'm really into the science of it. Training and rewiring the brain to slow down, to notice, you know, about mindfulness, right? To become the awareness, to learn how to become a non-doer, to be okay with just sitting in this moment and sitting with my thoughts and bringing my attention back to my breathing. And I've found simply by just doing these things that I feel a lot more fulfilled. I feel peaceful. I feel more centered. I feel like I can focus better. There's just a lot of benefits. So whether you believe in it or not, there is a lot of scientific research that backs this. It's made a big difference in my life in the last 6 years. And I find when I start careening off when I start getting busy again and I get pulled by that story to just achieve and achieve, I now have this tool that I can turn to come back to my center, to come back home in a way, to come back home, to know that I am okay and I'm enough in this moment, moment to moment. And so it's just been so wonderful to have this tool that's inside of me, that isn't something outside of me, that essentially I don't need anybody else, but I can share this with others. And I wish I had had this when I was a kid. And but we find our way in our own way, and the universe brings us these things in its own time. And that's part of the lesson, right? Is the journey to that. So that's my quick story with meditation and breathing. And so if you want to come into the meditation, if you're watching this out there on the Facebook world, there's a link below to become a member of Friends Attached. That's our private fan group for my music. I got my guitar back here. So you can go to Friends Attached, and there's a little Zoom link. And we're going to share some wins and gratitudes. We're going to share back at the end. And I'm going to teach you some basic breathing. And everything here is optional. I'm going to assume that everything I present, you will take at your own pace. You are in complete control of your experience right now. This is not dogma. This is not religion. These are just some practices I'm sharing with you that if you want to try for yourself and they bring value to your life, then fantastic. Then I invite you to come every Monday and join me. I'm going to be playing my music in the background so the Facebook doesn't kick us off. Right now we're listening to Road to Kenai, I think. Is that what we're listening to? No, Blue Hotel Room. All right, so any questions? Put it in the chat. That's my intro for the practice group. Every Monday, 8 a.m. We are available to Friends Attached members. Berenice, I assume you can hear now. You want to say hi on the chat? Not hearing you. I can see you, but don't think you can see me. Yeah, all you have to do is go to that little button on the left and click Start Video. Mom, did you want to add anything to what I said?
No, I think you did a good job, Will.
Okay, I was hoping to make it concise. And, you know, many of us here have meditated for a long time, but we always know that we love the beginner's mind, and so it's fine to hear these concepts over and over and over again, because that's part of the practice, is repeating. And we wake up one day and it becomes who we are. So there's a 3-part process. There's practicing. The first part of the process is hearing the information. The second part is practicing. The third part is you wake up and you've become that, and you no longer are having to think about it. You just are that. So student, initiate, master. And we're always in one place or the other. We're always in all 3 places, right? No matter how much we've mastered it, we still have to go practice, because we forget too easily and we get sucked back in by our constantly chatting mind, our ego, and all this thing, which are great. There's nothing wrong, by the way, I want to say, with our mind and our ego. Those are there to protect us. That's part of who we are. So I like to practice this sort of honoring the whole self, even the dark side of ourself, rather than, oh, I don't want to look at that. We embrace, and we have coffee. We have tea with our fears. We have tea with our negative thoughts. And when we do that, that takes the attention off the lower vibrations, and it takes us out of that fight or flight or survival mode, and we're going to accept ourselves as whole beings, even the hard parts of ourselves. All right, so I'm just sharing what works for me. I'm not telling anybody what to do. Just sharing what works for me. This is a share practice group. So let's practice together. And what I usually do, I don't usually do the intro every time. We just get together, and I want to invite anybody that's here. We're going to do some wins and gratitudes. And I also like to say future wins, because when we meditate, we may have things from the future come to us that are beautiful, that are highly elated feelings, and we want to go for that. We want to embrace that. So future wins that you see, gratitudes for right now, is the first thing I want to share. And before we go into that, I want to say, if anything comes up emotionally for you, you're welcome to leave. You're welcome to make sounds. You're muted. I can't hear you. So it's not uncommon in meditation or breathing that powerful emotions will come up, and that is okay. I would invite you to go with it. There's a saying that if you know and trust that you're the ocean, you don't fear the waves. If you trust that you're the ocean, you don't fear the waves. Waves are emotions. Emotions will come and go through you. So if that happens during this process, I urge you to go with it. If you don't feel like it at this moment, you don't feel ready, that's fine too. So I'm going to share a gratitude. It could be as simple as, like, I'm feeling very grateful that I had a great night of sleep, and that everybody is here joining me today to have this practice with me and Mom in different parts of the world. I'm so grateful for your presence here, even though it's on an electronic device. I'm looking forward to a great week. This is Monday, and I'm looking forward to making lots of art and music and connecting with more people all over the world. So that's my future gratitude. Mom, you want to share something? Go for it.
I was going to say it's 32 degrees in Austin, Texas this morning.
Is it really?
And I went out to get a treat with some hot chai tea,